Hey, what's up? Welcome to my kitchen. We have a lot of meal prep going on today, as you can tell by the title of this video. So let's not sit and chat forever. Let's jump right in. I'm so glad you're here.
Wanna drink my wine, wanna move my feet. Wanna drink my wine, wanna move my feet. Wanna drink my wine, wanna move my feet. Wanna drink my wine.
Hey, happy Sunday, y'all. Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for being here. Today, we're gonna do some meal prep. I love to start my weeks off with these. I love to share what I'm meal prepping. I always remind you I meal prep on Sundays and Wednesdays. You don't always see everything that I meal prep, but you do see a lot of it. So we're making some Greek bowls, some Greek pita, Greek pitas, I guess, but that's not in full. I'm kind of just doing a little bit of prep for that, starting with the veggies. And we're also going to make some breakfast burritos. So super quick, super easy. Like I said, I meal prep on Sundays and Wednesdays. It just works best for me. I spend about an hour in the kitchen doing meal prep. That also includes the little bit of filming that I do and the cleanup dishes as well. That's just how I like to start my week out. Do me a huge favor if you haven't already. Give this video a huge thumbs up. And now we can roll into the meal prep. Let me know down below, what are you meal prepping this week? I'd love to hear from you guys. Plus it gives me and others ideas. The reason I'm doing like a Greek kind of thing, spin on things for lunches this week, is because one of you said either last week or the week before in one of the comment sections that you were doing like a Greek salad dish. It sounded so good, so it got me thinking this week, and that's why I'm making it. So you guys always give me your ideas, and hopefully I'm giving you new ideas as well. I also try to share like the simplest ingredients, minimal ingredients, and like the quickest things ever, because I'm a busy new mom to an infant, and I don't want to spend a lot of time in the kitchen, and I'm sure that you're the same way. No one really wants to make recipes with 15, 20 ingredients that take a couple hours to marinate, and then to prep, and then to bake. No. Nobody has time for that. That's not reality. So anyways, I'm making this huge Greek salad. Like I said, I am going to make this with a pita. I'll explain that later. I'm not sharing all of that because this is just kind of like the little bit of prep I do to help myself out later in the week. I always say this, but my future self always thanks my past self for thinking of her and my husband later on in the week. So yes, I washed my hands. Yes, I washed my veggies. I made sure to make that disclaimer because I knew someone would come on and be like, ew, you're touching your food. Yeah, it's my food. I'm eating it. I'm touching it. But my hands are clean. I will link these meal prep containers down below. I got them a few weeks ago and I love them. You can get 50 of them for $20 on Amazon. Super awesome price. Yes, they're plastic, not glass. For me, that just works better with my lifestyle when I'm on the go. I don't like taking glass with me. So I'm going ahead and separating that salad into 8 portions. I don't really care if they're even portions, so some might have more tomatoes, more olives. Doesn't matter to me. I like to say the stew, it's not that deep. We're going to go ahead and just cut up the tofu in some chunks. I didn't even share that. I cut up each block, I think, into 8 chunks. So each of the rice Greek bowls. Okay, so I made 8 of these, but 4 of them are going to go with pitas this week. And I am not going to bother to prep the protein for that because it's going to go with the boca burger. And I have learned with this style of meal, I like the boca burger to be fresh. So that is just going to go in the refrigerator just as is. I do have some pitas on hand. I'll show you. Here's the pitas. So like I said, I have the time this week. Otherwise, I probably would prep the boca burgers. But because I have time and I like them super fresh, I mean, I just reheat them in the skillet anyway. So it's like double dipping, if you will. So we're gonna go pitas and the salad that I made, the Greek style salad, and a boca burger. Just thought I would share that real quick since you didn't see me actually make the boca burgers. I like boca burgers, but I like them the most when they're fresh off the skillet. So just a personal preference. You can make them ahead. I do it a lot, especially if I know I'm not gonna have time later in the week, but I know my routine and my schedule, and I just try to do what works best for me. So I went ahead and made a cup of uncooked rice, and then once it's cooked, I think it makes like 2 cups total, and just threw that in some of the containers. If you're wondering, I eat this meal cold, and I do have some Greek dressing on hand that I like to put with it. If my husband eats one of these meals, he'll usually eat 2 portions, but I portion them out to my size. But like I said, I don't share all of the meal prep that I do in a week, and because I just don't have the time to edit all the footage, if we're being honest. And sometimes they can move a lot faster if I don't have my camera on. Like I said, I try to keep it to about an hour, sometimes an hour and a half in the kitchen, just depending on what I'm making. If you do like to reheat these meals, I would actually suggest to put the salad on the side. You can get the 2-portion meal prep containers or the 3 portions. And that way, if you do want to reheat the rice or the tofu, if that's your personal preference, you can just reheat that however you like. Typically, if I reheat a meal like this, I will put it in the microwave or on the skillet. So just kind of what I do. The next meal we're making are some breakfast burritos, just doing something different, super simple with ingredients again. Making some zucchini. I just added a little bit of salt to these and stir fried them or sauteed them. I'm not sure. I think it's sauteed with a little bit of water until they were nice and moist and cooked. And then I went ahead and did 6 eggs and 4 cups of egg whites, whisked those together, got those into a skillet, cooked them up into scrambled eggs, added the eggs, the zucchini, and a jar of white queso all together, mixed it all up, put it inside burritos, and then I threw them in my oven at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. This just made the flour tortillas cooked and a little bit crispy. When we reheat them, we can throw them in the air fryer, microwave, stovetop, or just eat them cold. Completely personal preference. But I do like to fully cook the tortillas. That way, if we take them out and just eat them as they are, I think you can still eat them, like technically, as right out of the package. Not 100% sure. I try to always warm them up a little bit. The other thing I wanted to point out, and you'll see this later on as I'm meal prepping the burritos, but the package said that there was 2 packs of 8 tortillas, but there was 9 tortillas in each pack. I already had a leftover pack in my pantry that I used, so that one had 9 in it, not 8. And then the next pack that I opened, it was supposed to have 16 and it had 18, so I had 3 left over, which I thought was pretty interesting. And no, I didn't like peel the tortillas apart and have 2 instead of 1. That's just the way it was, and I thought that was really interesting, especially since the pack that I had on hand also had 9 in it, which was a double pack as well, and I didn't know if I noticed that, but anyways, I just thought that was interesting, so I decided to share that in case it's ever happened to you. These were really good. We served these with some hot sauce. Again, I just like having them on hand. We made 24 burritos. I put them in glass baking dishes, and then I have lids for them, so I don't portion them out into meal prep containers. I just put them in the fridge in the glass baking dish with the lid that comes with it for like travel purposes or storage purposes. And then every day for breakfast, we can pull them out and we can either put them in a meal prep container or eat breakfast before we leave the house. It just kind of depends on how the morning goes. If I have a protein shake after my workout in the mornings, then I'll just take breakfast to go with me. Sometimes I would rather have a burrito or an actual meal, and then I'll have a protein shake later. I love watching other people meal prep breakfast burritos on high speed. I think it's so satisfying. It's my favorite thing, so I thought I'd share all of that in here as well. So the glass baking dish, I do spray with some avocado spray just so that the tortillas don't stick to it, so that they are cooked nice and evenly. Like I said, I just throw them in at 350, about 15 minutes. They get kind of crispy on the outside, and then for reheating them, you can do whatever you'd like. For the amount per tortilla, I'm using a 1/2 scoop measuring cup just because I feel like I could eyeball it from there, and it's just kind of like, again, eyeballing how much is in there, but about a 1/2 cup. Some have a little bit more eggs, some have a little bit more zucchini. It's really not that big of a deal. It's just, to make my life convenient and easy and have these meals on hand when we need them throughout the week. I will see you in a few days with another meal prep video. I'm going to do my Wednesday meal prep and share that with you as well. I'll film chunks of it and edit it so you guys have even more ideas. I'm also going to share over on my other channel. If you don't already subscribe to that, it's more of a vlog channel. I haven't done a vlog in months. As a new mom, I thought I would do a lot more, and I just haven't, but I'll link that down below. So if you're not subscribed, head over there, and I'll have a new vlog up this week that I'm currently editing today as well. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, do so right now so you don't lose me in the YouTube algorithm and never find me again. I actually have people that say they watch my videos and don't subscribe, and then they come back like a month or so later like, I couldn't find you. Well, create an account, hit subscribe, and you'll never lose me. So here's the burritos. This is so satisfying to me, having 24 burritos ready to go. Took them out of the oven and just let them fully cool. And then once they were cooled, I went ahead and put the lids on these containers. And then, just like I said, I stored them in the refrigerator until we were ready to eat them. Have an awesome day. I'll see you soon. Bye.